Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Friday update. So this video is going to be a little bit shorter compared to last week's. We won't be touching into as many details as we talked about last week, but we still will get through a lot. So right off the bat, we have the interest rate. You're conforming for 30 years at a 7.05, VA is at a 6.68, Jumbo is at a 7.1, and FHA is at a 6.7. So they're a little bit high. We had the Fed hike it up by 0.25% this week on a Wednesday when they met. But when we look on the overall sphere of inventory versus less inventory, etc., how the rates affect that. When we had lower interest rate, we had higher prices. We obviously know that. But the question we continuously get is a housing bubble. Will we see something that we saw back in '08? I believe we won't, and here's kind of the reason why. In '08, we saw roughly 4 million in homes of inventory nationally, with a 305 million national population, I guess you can say. Now we have roughly a million homes inventory across all 50 states, with a 375 million national population. So we saw a decrease in 75% of inventory and a 10% increase in gain, so population growth. So when you put those two and two together, we do not have enough inventory. What that gives you is much more stabilization when purchasing a home, meaning your home will continuously hold the value that you bought it at. It won't be 6 months down the line, all of a sudden, or 3 months down the line, you wake up and you're 20% lower in your home value than what you purchased it for. That's not how it's going to work here. It all comes down to how you properly strategize your offers. So as a buyer, I've talked about this before, mentioned it once again. If you do have questions, don't hesitate, just reach out. We'll schedule a strategy session. It's like a buyer consult. I have a customized packet that I've put together that those of you who have worked with me are going to be able to confirm that yes, it's 5 pages long. It touches based on every stage of the process and what everything looks like, translated, written out. It's, I guess you say, engaging. There's questions for you to answer, there's questions that you can write down so you don't forget to ask me. If you are interested in something like that, shoot me a text, send it right over to your email address, and that way you'll be, I guess you could say, one step ahead when we meet together for the consult. I actually spoke with 3 or 4 people this week about setting them up. The packet helps a lot to get you kind of oriented or surrounded around the idea of what to expect. For the seller's perspective, it's a little bit of a different packet. Same exact thing, has the questionnaires, it's engaging, that way you know what to ask me. It has those questions for you and the answers on there as well, so that way you're kind of, as I said, you're one step ahead before we have our meeting as well. We're moving into August. What is August going to look like? We're going to see an influx of properties, as I mentioned last week. Right before the school season is about to start, a lot of people are going to want to make a quick move, get out of their place, sell their place, kind of get the last jitters out. Well, we will see a lot of inventory hit the market in August and early September, so keep an eye out for that. For the most part, if you have a question, contact me. Let's set up a buyer's consult or a strategy session. I think I like the name strategy session better, because then that way you can strategize every scenario that you're going to be looking forward to and have a leg up against the competition or the other buyers in the market. Well, that's pretty much it for this week. As I said, we're going to keep it short. There's going to be a lot more to digest or unpack next week. We're going to talk about what different scenarios and how they're going to look like for you when writing the offers, and how to submit the offers, how to properly tackle the offers nowadays in this market versus what it was like during a 2.5%, 3% interest rate market. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next week. In the meantime, I guess enjoy this cloudy weather that we have upon us and stay safe.